sure you guys check out today's channel sponsor, ANDAR. Go to ANDAR.com and use code ZAK for 15% off full full grain leather wallets, purses, MacBook covers, sleeves, cord burritos. We got minimal styles, we got big styles, we got NFC protection type styles. We've got different colors: blue, black, browns, grays. They even have ones that are made of cork. So check them out, andar.com. The link is down below. Use code ZAK for 15% off. And we're going to get started right after this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're about to get it on, baby. Just give me 30 seconds here. Good afternoon to everybody. My name is Zach. This is ZAKtalks TECH. It is currently Sunday, December 26, 2021. There's only a few days left in 2021 to get done whatever you need to get done. Here in Canada, we call it Boxing Day. Now, I don't know why. I don't think it has anything to do with boxing, but I think it has to do with, like, boxing up stuff because, you know, the holidays are over. Technically, I know some of you, and we also here, keep our decorations up and everything probably until about the second week of January, because you know what? It's nice. It's fun to have decorations. It's fun to have a tree taking up my field of view when I'm watching TV. I'm just kidding. I don't care. I'm in the studio most of the time. Anyway, people, listen, before we jump into things, I got to let you guys know that this stream is being powered by StreamYard. Check them out, StreamYard.com. The link is down below. They're the ones that are powering this live stream. Very simple to use. You pick a camera, you pick a microphone, and away you go. There's nothing to download. There's nothing to install. It's all done through your browser. Very simple to do. You can bring up to 10 people into a live stream with you. You can use this to stream to multiple platforms. For example, this afternoon, we're only on YouTube, but normally during the week, in the evening show at 9:45 p.m. Eastern, we broadcast to Twitter and YouTube. But you can use it for Twitch, you can use it for Amazon, you can use it for Facebook, and you can use it for your Zoom calls. You can do overlays, you can do sound. For example,
Yes, science.
we have the ability, people. So check them out, StreamYard.com. Link is down below. We appreciate them. You can also try them out for free in 720. But they have us here in glorious 1080p tonight. Or this afternoon. What time is it? It's almost evening for most people out the East Coast. It's currently 3:38 p.m. here, Mountain Time. That means 2:38 Pacific Time. 4:38 Central. 5:38 East Coast. All right, people. We're gonna now. There's a reason why. Check this out. My buddy Jonathan Morrison. You guys know Jonathan Morrison. Big old Jomo, making beautiful music. Jomo, are you making a song using the sound of the Pixel charging? I put a tweet out. I know you saw it, bro. Please let me know if I can help with that in any way. That'd be really cool. Jonathan Morrison made these hoodies a few years ago. Demonetized with the yellow. I thought this was appropriate for today's subject. Now, I need to be really, really clear here. Yes, the subject is CES 2022, and we know that why a lot of people are not going, why some people are going. I want to be really clear. I am telling you the reasons why I am going. I am not here to tell you what to do. I am not here to impose a viewpoint or a belief or political stance or anything like that. I'm here to talk to you about the facts and the science based on what our officials have told us, based on people that have gone to school, that are doctors, that are nurses, that are on the front lines, based on what we've been hearing from, you know, I don't want to say the TV, I don't want to say media, because I know there's a lot of there's a lot of things being blown up, a lot of things that should be getting more of a spotlight. But I'm talking about the facts of the situation, and also the facts of the situation of what I have been through. Okay, so I want to be really clear about this. This isn't some weird conspiracy. Zach's here to convince us all kind of thing. That's not what this is at all. Okay, that's not what this is at all. I've also turned on subscriber only chat, as you guys can see here. You got to be a subscriber for minimum 10 minutes. I was gonna make it a couple days, but we left it at 10 minutes, okay? So if you can't chat, you got to be a subscriber for 10 minutes, okay? That's just the realities of it. Before we dive into things, people, real quick, we're going to do a camera check. We have all 4 cameras on deck, although camera 4 is not fully mounted in the proper way, but we will fix her. Camera number 1, this is the A6500. Camera 2, this is the iPhone overlooking our desk here. We got our D brand leather. By the way, new video over on ZAKtalks Pixel on the D brand leather. Go check that out. This is specifically for the Pixel 6 Pro. And I know some people have commented saying it was a limited drop. They're not bringing it back. They never said they're not bringing it back. I can't give you a lot of details, but I'm just saying that there's a big device, big important device coming down around February. These guys will probably make a skin for it. A leather skin. Just saying. Just saying. So, leather is coming back, so make sure you guys get on their list there. But go watch the video. Go give me a view. I would appreciate that. Camera number 3, this is the wide angle from Jomo. Hello. We got the behind the scenes here. I think we're going to move this camera to, maybe this opposite side. Change things up a little bit. And camera number 4, this is the silently judging concerned dad cam. But for today, we're going to call it the CES cam. The side CES cam. Hashtag side CES 22 cam. I don't know what we're going to call it. But anyway. I'm not judging you anymore. I'm not. We're just here to have a conversation. We're just here to chill out. All right, people. Those are our 4 cams. Let's dive into the live chat, see who's here, and then we're going to jump into this conversation. I'm going to explain to you why I'm still going, why I feel very confident going, why I'm still cautious, and what some of the steps that some of my friends and colleagues are taking. And we're also going to talk about why some companies and some brands have pulled out. And I'm just going to give you the facts, and you make your decision based on that. Okay, I'm not here to judge. I am not here to tell you how you approach all this. Okay, I believe that there's enough information out there for people to make their own decisions. Okay, without imposing maybe that viewpoint on somebody else. Okay, that's not what this is about. Let's take a swig of our tasty beverage. Drinking the green apple today, sour green apple. This is so good, guys. It's so good. Anyway. Oh, that's refreshing. I got new pajama pants, like sweatpants. They're so comfy. They're gray. I got gray sweatpants. I know, right? All right, going through here. We got Greg. Oh, how you doing? Don't forget to smash the like button. He says, Mike Anish, how you doing? How you doing, man? Glad you're here. Text 702 with the super chat. Appreciate you, man. Happy day, friends. Happy New Year Friday night. Thank you, sir. That one's for you. I'm also going to give you one of these here, right here.
Yes, science.
Because, yeah, baby. And there you go. And one more time with good old Tom. Hopefully my voice is coming through okay here, guys. I don't think it's too loud. We're just going to turn that down just a smidge. All right. Lover Attack coming in from the UK. Buddy, I can't wait. Dude, we're going to be there in a week. I can't wait to see you. Oh, I can't wait to see you, man. We're going as well. I'm going regardless. Digital slang says it. Yeah, same here, man. Like, we know it's going to be very stripped down. If anything, it's going to be even better now. There's going to be even more room to move around. We're going to have more one-on-one time with brands. So I'm really looking forward to it here. Really looking forward to it. We get it recovered with disclaimer. Again, man, I got to say it because sometimes people get upset, right? They get upset for weird reasons. Mine is based on a Samsung or still going to be a CES. So as long as they're there, then I am there. Here's the thing, Ben. I think we're going to hear a majority of the big announcements this week. Latest by Wednesday. Okay, because I know for myself personally, I need to cancel my hotel and my flight by the 30th if I want to get any sort of credit or refund back or not be charged. And I know a lot of people like that as well. Okay, 8 days on my way. Vegas, baby. CES 2022. Yeah, there you go. Great girl. At least you have pants on. At least I have pants on, because normally it's F pants. All right, people. So a lot of this is going to be. I want to really walk through. Hopefully, I'm gonna hit all the points here properly. I've got my notes up here, so hopefully I'm making sense of things here. So the Consumer Electronics Showcase, or Consumer Electronics Show, CES, happens every year in Las Vegas, usually during the first or second week of January. And this is not just a conference thing that happens at the Las Vegas Convention Center. It takes over the entire city of Las Vegas, at the Venetian, at the MGM, the Sands Resort. There's places set up all over, and including the Las Vegas Convention Center, which is an absolutely beautiful and huge buildings, okay? And basically, if you are consumer electronics or technology in any way, technology in general, we'll say, you want to be at this show. You want to have some sort of presence for your company or service. Okay? Now, let's also keep in mind that about 70% of what's shown at CES, about 70%, doesn't even make it to market within the next 3 years. In fact, a lot of the stuff that's really shown at CES is existing brands or existing technology that's just getting more of a spotlight. So you really have to take for a grain of salt some of the things we see. Like we've seen over the years, completely wireless chargers where you basically are walking around a room and your phone is charging. That technology does exist. It has not passed FCC certification, things like that, but the technology exists. But that was shown about 4 years ago. Okay, and of course, it hasn't made the mass market yet. That's an example. You got car companies there. You got BMW, Ford's there. You got John Deere. You got Samsung. You got Razer. You got LG, TCL. You name it. Anchor, Nomad. I mean, if it's tech people, especially what we know. There's some sort of presence. Big thing in the last few years is a lot of brands have decided to get a suite hotel room and then just have their, invite people to come hang out and show something rather than renting a show floor, because it can be really crowded on the show floors and it can be just kind of overwhelming and everything. I don't know why this is so bright again. Let me just turn this down. Okay. Anyway, that being said, what I just talked about, how the show floor can be very crowded and very congested. And believe me, like, you're knocking to people all the time. This is one of the main concerns that people have about CES, okay? It's been proven through science, whether you're wearing a mask or not, whether you're vaccinated or not, whether you're boosted or not, that you can still catch COVID, okay? Or some variation, okay? We know that it's spread through water droplets, okay? We know that if someone has their mask below their nose, this is how things can happen, okay? You don't have to, I'm not going to say that's airborne, but there's a lot of evidence that suggests that it is, okay? So, CES last year, because of COVID, was a virtual event. And let's be perfectly honest, it wasn't the greatest. You sat in front of your computer and you watched some presentations, usually pre-recorded. You couldn't really ask a lot of questions. Of course, you can't have hands-on. There is a whole element about going to something like this, about going to conferences with people in real life, that is just so powerful. Networking with people, seeing people in person for the longest time, making contacts. Maybe you've only had contact with somebody through Twitter or through email for the last year and a half. To physically see them and hang out, it's a whole different vibe and it feels good. And at the end of the day, at the end of January, when everybody's kind of done with CES and everything, all the emails are done and everything, if a brand's going through their list and they go, hey, I met Digital Slang in person, I met, Lover of Tech in person, I met ZAKtalks TECH in person, but I didn't meet so-and-so in person. Who do you think they're probably going to work with as long as you gave a good impression? The person that they met in person, the person they met in the flesh, in physical presence there. We got Preston Morton in the house here, another channel member. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to give this one right here for the channel members. I appreciate you guys.
All right.
How about awesome? We're going to talk about that for a little bit. Science. Gave a like. Josh Tech Gamer, how you doing, bud? Glad you're here. All right. And by the way, everybody, Josh is a channel member. That means he's supporting in additional ways. You can also become a channel member by clicking the join button down in the description there. Or also, it's pinned up in the live chat here. Channel members get an icon next to their name. They get priority chat. We do live streams together. All sorts of great stuff. You don't have to. It's completely optional. If you want to do Buy Me a Coffee or become a Patreon supporter, please go ahead and check that as well. But again, completely optional. But we appreciate all of our members. I try to give you guys back as much as possible. We're streaming a lot over here. We're going to go over the schedule here in a little bit, okay? Anyway, going back. Michael Pepper, another channel member right here. He's actually paying for the highest tier of channel members here on ZAKtalks TECH, which means I'm directly linking to his channel down in the description. Go check out Michael Pepper. He puts out great content. He's very detailed. He's very analytical. Where I'm very surface level and I try to keep it simple, Mike dives in there like super deep. Like I learn stuff from Mike. He comes in the chat here and he educates me. He's a great guy, nice guy. We've bumped heads a few times, but that's okay. Michael, really appreciate you, buddy. I'm going to give you one of these as well.
All right.
And, of course, we have Don Cove in the house. He's also another channel member. He's been a channel member for about 14, 15 months out of BC here. Don, he sent me some great mugs and some awesome tumblers and whatnot. Terrific guy. Terrific supporter in the community. We always see him in the live streams and the chats and things like that. We also have My Tech Review here. Great guy, My Tech, Ronaldo. We're going to meet up at CES, man. Can't wait to see you. Another channel member. One more time for the channel member right here.
Hello there.
All right, baby. All right, so anyway, like I said, it can be crowded, and there's something called the CES flu that everybody always gets. I usually get it, and it's literally from being around so many people without masking and whatnot every year. I'm usually sick for about a week after with flu-type symptoms and everything like that. It's nothing major. Some people get really sick, but there's a real thing called the CES flu because you got people from all over the United States and Canada coming in from overseas. You got to remember, guys, that CES is this worldwide event, okay? So, that being said, like I told you, last year, CES was a virtual event. It just didn't have the same impact. A lot of companies lost some money on that. I know for myself personally, I was looking forward to meeting some of these brands in person. I love that. I love, the meetings and going from booth to booth, and taking pictures and hands-on with this and that. Yeah. So, since basically last year, CES, the CTA, the Consumer Tech Association that runs CES, has been sending out emails and reassuring people these are the precautions we're going to take. Here are the requirements for CES. So in other words, if you go to a CES mandated show, so whether it's a hotel, the Las Vegas Convention Center, whatever it is, this is the requirement. 1, you need to show proof of vaccination. That I think it's either 1 or 2 doses, not necessarily the booster, but you need to show proof of vaccination. 2, you must wear a mask. No exceptions. It doesn't matter what your vaccination status is. It doesn't matter if you've had it before. You must wear a mask. So those are the 2 requirements. And the third thing they're doing is they're doing random antigen tests or PCR tests as people are filing into these shows. So they might pull you off to the side and say, hey, we need 15 minutes of your time. We're going to swab you. Double check. Because you can still be carrying this and still, infect people. Those are amazing steps. That is really, really great. Now, in addition to that, people that are flying in internationally. So, for example, for myself coming from Canada, we got Ben coming over from the UK. We need to pay for, in order to get into the United States, it was called a PCR test, okay? A PCR test compared to an antigen test is the gold standard when it comes to tests. It actually checks for actual live COVID, basically, in your body. Antigen tests are not as accurate. I don't know what the percentage is, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong with antigen tests, okay? But PCR tests are way more accurate, something like 99% accurate, okay? Before I fly into the United States, the day that I fly out, so January 2nd or 24 hours before, I need to provide for the U.S. government, for the border there, before I even fly out of Canada, a negative PCR test. I need to provide that so I can get into the United States. If I don't provide that, I cannot get on the plane. Again, it does not matter what my vaccination status is. So, that being said, you combine the random testing, the mask requirements, the vaccination requirements, and the PCR requirement in order to get into the United States. I am very confident in the steps that are being taken. Now, on top of that, I am staying at an MGM resort hotel. I'm staying at the Excalibur. It's just a hotel room. I just need a roof. I'm not going to be there a lot. They are also providing antigen tests in my room, so I can wake up every morning and I can take a test if I want to, which I probably will. It's very simple to do. It takes 15, 20 minutes. Okay? Also, as an international guest, CES is paying for my PCR test to get back into Canada. So for myself personally, in order for me to get back into Canada, I need to provide a PCR test that was done within the last 24 hours that shows that I am negative. So I'm not bringing COVID back to Canada. Okay? That is a huge help from CES because that is a huge cost. The cost for the PCR test for me to get to CES, the one that I have to do here before I get to the United States, is going to cost me 195 Canadian dollars, about 205 with tax. That's a huge cost. Now, I've already paid for it, and I have to in order for me to get to the United States. It's just a reality of it. If you want to travel, these are the requirements. So, again, PCR test in order to get into the United States. That's for me and all international guests. Anybody that's coming from the outside of the United States. 2, random testing antigen and PCR of people at CES. 3, mask requirements at all CES events. And 4, showing vaccination status. You combine all that, and I'm very confident. Now, the additional thing I'm going to put in here, and people, I'm going to get to the live chat here. I see it moving. I'm going to get there. The other thing I also want to point out as well is this. All of my colleagues and all of my friends that I see that are going to CES are all vaccinated and will wear their masks, okay? Now, if we're all vaccinated, we're all testing negative, I've got no problem going to a restaurant and taking off that mask and having dinner with my friends. I got no problem giving a hug if I need to. And by the way, friends, Zach's a hugger. I'm going to hug the fuck out of you, okay? So I'm very confident. Now, all the evening shows, now a big part of CES are the evening shows or the evening parties or get-together, what do you want to call them, okay? All of the shows that I'm going to, including one that's the day before called PepCom, all require proof of vaccination and wearing a mask all the time. And they also have reduced capacity, so you're not packed into a room. So a room that would normally hold 50 people might only be able to do 10 people, okay? So you add on reduced capacity, masking, and proof of vaccination. I am very, very confident in that. Now, in addition to all this, I know this is a lot of information, people. I have had COVID. You guys know that. You guys can still hear it in my voice. I've got post-COVID voice, and I don't mind it because it sounds pretty good. So, I have my first shot. I have my second shot. I have my booster, which I got after I have COVID. So I've got the antibodies, this and that in my body. So I'm pretty, shielded up here. And that's it, everybody. So if you factor those things in, I think CES is going to be one of the most safest places to be in the United States. Now, that being said, I understand if you're a company, X big, small big, whatever it is, and you don't want to be connected to possibly spreading COVID. I mean, can you imagine the headlines? X amount of car company or whatever, computer company hosted an event. Everybody was wearing masks and now everybody's got COVID. We've seen the headlines. We've seen this happen before. So I understand as a company why you may not want to come to CES, why you may not want to host your shows, or why you want to pull out. I understand that. I also understand from a personal standpoint why you may not want to go. Despite all this, you may not want to go. I recently had a really intense conversation with a family member of mine, my parents actually. They didn't want to come over here on Boxing Day, despite me being vaccinated and boosted, my wife being vaccinated and boosted, them being vaccinated and boosted, and then we also tested negative with our antigen test, which we did twice. Once one day and then once the morning of Christmas Eve. And my folks also did it. My response to them when they said we don't still want to come over, we're still scared, is this. What is the point of getting vaccinated, of getting boosters, of testing negatively, wearing masks, isolating, and you're still going to be scared? If you follow the science and everything that's been shoved down our throat, as long as we're both showing negative, we have all those things done, there's no reason why you can't get together for Christmas. So anyway, after some back and forth and a lot of yelling and screaming, and everything's okay now, my folks came over, but we still all wore our masks in the house. And we're good to go. My folks and myself, my family here, we have not been in the public. We have not been in touch with anybody outside of our household for well over 2 weeks now. And those are the facts. Those are the facts, and that is the science. And there we go. So I know that's a lot to throw at you. And there's enough information out there for everybody to make their own decision. Again, I told you I'm not here to tell you how to feel about going or not going to CES. I'm not here to judge whether you go or not. But if you look at the facts and you look at the science and the precautions that are being taken and the tools that are available to you, there is really no reason why this can't be the safest place on Earth. I'm dead serious. I'm not even exaggerating. So I'm going to go through the chat. I need to scroll up here and we're going to chat a little bit. We're going to answer some questions and things like that. Josh, I really appreciate you popping in, man. I can't wait to see you. All right, let's scroll up here. Okay. Done. Okay, so this is where we left off, right about here. So yeah, we're about 10 minutes behind on the chat here. You guys know I go through it real quick here. Techno says, I never got the CRS flu because I live in what we international disease every day. Not a big deal to it. Yeah, and Mike here is a firefighter. He's been on the ground. Mike has seen a lot of different things as well. I definitely trust, a lot of things that Mike says. We've butted heads, obviously, a little bit here. But at the end of the day, I prefer to, and I'm not saying that anything that Mike is wrong about anything, but I prefer to look at the mass science and what's involved in everything. But for the most part, Mike and I agree on a lot of this stuff and everything. And he makes a very good point. Las Vegas is such an international destination. It is absolutely insane. And in fact, we're going to talk about some of the insane deals that are being thrown at people right now for CES. Like if you want to go to CES, you're going to go for super cheap right now. Let me tell you. Okay. Anyway. I never got the CS flu. Yeah, okay, so just repeating the same thing. I know you were fixing your words there. Vacation gaming, they're mandating clear app only for proof. I spoke to CE. Yeah, exactly. So one of the emails that we got is that if you're in the United States, if you're American, you need to show the clear app. I'm not familiar with it, but this is what shows that you're negative. Now I have an official documentation plus pictures taken of my actual boosters and everything like that. So I have everything in order, okay, including I've already filled out my Arrive can and everything like that. So I'm good to go there, okay. But again, CES has been really, really good about communicating. These are the steps. This is what's required. So as long as you're reading those emails, you're good to go, okay. You got to follow those, okay. It's very simple, people. It's not that complicated, okay. Josh, Quinones, okay, Josh. I'm just gonna call you Josh because Josh Q. Because I always butcher your last name. I always feel bad. The tests are kind of pointless because not only are they inaccurate, but they're immediately irrelevant as soon as you leave the room after taking it. Very true. I think the idea, Mike, is that I wouldn't say that they're completely inaccurate. They're not as accurate as PCR, and that's just a fact. But I think it's more or less like you wake up in the morning and maybe you have like a tickle and you're like, okay, what's going on here? Maybe you were in a situation in the evening and a bunch of people had their masks off and they were breathing on top of you or something like that. And so now you can, do a test in the morning. I know for myself personally, for peace of mind, I'll probably be doing one every morning. And if it comes back positive, then hey, chilling in my room. I'm not going nowhere. Okay, I'm not going nowhere. Wow, that's nuts. Hey, we got John Creative Minds. Hi, Arun. Glad to see you. Plus, you had COVID, Zach. They're the safest human alive, dude. I'm not even 5G. I'm fucking 7G. What? There goes the monetization. It's all good though. It's all good. Actually, I don't think I even turned on monetization for this stream. It's Sunday afternoon. We're just chilling. We're having fun with this. If there's an option, I'm actually gonna click it right now and say, because if I swear here and there, but the reason YouTube is going to suppress me is because of my topics and the things that I'm talking about. Oh, look at this. I'm actually still in the green. There's no restrictions. Okay, good. Going through here. Zach's a hugger. You damn right I am. I do the bro hug. I do the bro hug. What's up? If it's a lady, I might do the full bear hug. If we're good, but we're not that close, we'll do a fist bump. We might do an elbow bump. We'll see what happens. And if I kind of know you, like we know of each other, we'll do one of these. Sup. It's like a twitch. It's not a full movement. It's a sup. Let me just sup. That's what that is. Okay, that's what that is. Okay. Facts, Zach. Thank you, Tech Lover Tech. I know that you've had your ear to the ground on all this. You and I, we've been talking a lot and everything like that. Man, I can't wait to see you. Lover Tech, I think you are in the group chat we have on Twitter. Remind me via WhatsApp. Okay? Preston Morton. Zach, I'm obviously not Canadian, though. Sometimes that would be nice. Please tell or explain Boxing Day. Okay. Boxing Day is December 26th. It has nothing to do with boxing, like the sport. I think it has to do with like boxing up things after the holidays. And it's kind of like our Black Friday up here. There's a lot of really great sales and things like that. You can take advantage of things. Back in the day, people used to line up for TVs and whatnot. I believe they also have Boxing Day like in Australia and also the UK. But Lover Tech would be able to probably answer that. So that's basically it, really. Josh says here, the virus is never going away. The virus is never going away. We need to learn with it and enjoy life. Exactly, Josh. Exactly, Josh. Yes. Yes, science. Exactly, Josh. Josh, boom. Comment of the day right there. If I could pin this, I would, but I'm going to star it so I can go back to it again. The fact of the matter is this, people. We are not going back to how things were. I hate using this pair of words here, but this is the new normal, okay? This is just the way it is. I have had a big talk with my kids about all this and everything because they don't, they're okay with wearing masks here and there, but they were upset they didn't get to see their grandparents in person. But this is just the reality of it, okay? Thank you, Josh. Exactly. Facts, Josh. Exactly. There we go. 100%. There you go. And it's not really dangerous anymore unless you have health issues. I wouldn't agree with that, Tech 702. It obviously depends on, for example, I don't have any persisting health issues, but I'm 6'1" and I'm 319 pounds. I'm probably closer to 340 right now with how much I ate yesterday. Oh my God. My wife made the most unbelievable turkey. We did it 3/4 of the time via regular oven bake, and then we turn on the convection with the hot air for the last 2 hours. And oh my God, guys, if you saw the pictures on Twitter, holy smokes, it was a butterball. Oh my God, it was so good. So good. We're having leftovers tonight. Can't wait. We're eating here in a bit. But yeah. So yeah, I think but anyway, that being said, if I had not had my vaccination, I'm telling you right now, I'm not even exaggerating with this, everybody. I don't know if I would be here right now. I'm dead serious. I did not lose any breathing. And I think that's also something that people need to really understand is this. If you catch COVID or any sort of respiratory, flu type thing or whatever, stay out of the hospital. I understand you got the chills, you got the fever, you lost your sense of taste, this and that. As long as you can breathe, as long as you can breathe, stay out of the hospitals, please, and leave those hospital beds for the people that can't breathe. There are too many people that are getting COVID or a bad cold or a flu that are going to the hospital because they have chills and this and that. Listen, you can mitigate and you can take care of your chills and your fever and everything at home. Stay out of the hospital, please. Any nurse or doctor will tell you that. Especially now, they need the bed space for the people that can't breathe. Okay. Press some more. So polio is not really a zero thing anymore. We can now aspire to rid ourselves of people killing pandemic. Being selfish about vaccinations is killing people worldwide, not just in your country. Preston, I'm not quite following what you're saying. Polio is not a zero thing either, but we can aspire to rid ourselves of a people killing pandemic. Okay, yes. Being selfish about vaccinations is killing people worldwide, not just in your country. Yeah, exactly. Like, listen, here's the fact, at least where I live. This is definitely a pandemic of people that have not had their vaccination. But there are some people still showing up in the hospital that have been vaccinated and are getting very sick. So that's also scary as well. So how do you mitigate that? You distance, you wear a mask, you test. That's what you do. You distance, you mask, you do tests. Okay? Let's change up the music here a little bit. Give me a minute here. Let's change up the music. All right, there we go. You won't be positive, Zach. You can't be infected for months. Okay, again, Mike, I'm just going off of what I have been told. I could possibly be reinfected. So I mean, agree to disagree. We'll see what happens. I'm going to do an antigen test every day in the morning. I actually have a 5-pack I'll be taking with me. I'm there for 7 days. Plus the MGM is also providing some. Okay, that's how that's going to work. They just had an outdoor concert in Puerto Rico. Everyone was vaccinated. 2,000 plus breakthrough cases from it. I'm staying away from events for a while. So things like that, like crowded spaces, whether it's indoors or outdoors, I'm definitely staying away from. Now, I know you're going to say, well, you're going to CES. Well, listen, with the reduced capacity and the antigen tests and things like that being done, I'm still confident. I don't plan on humping people's legs. And I'll tell you this right now. I will scream at you if you're on top of me while we're walking around and everything like that. Now, if I know you and you're vaccinated and everything like that, then we're cool, right? But if I don't know you, and I've had this happen before, we've all had this before. You know when you're at a mall or you go to Subway and there's that dude that's just like on top of your back, like, back off, fucker. Okay? I will get angry. Just saying that as long as Samsung doesn't cancel, I am there. There you go, buddy. There you go. Yeah, Lover Tech, definitely, man. Let's keep in touch on the WhatsApp. D, you're going to get COVID at some point. Can't hide. It's very possible. I mean, that's what they've told us here in Alberta, here in Canada, Western Canada, that you should pretty much assume that everybody around you has COVID. This is scary. We've run out of tests here. We've run out of antigen tests. We've run out of PCR tests. They're not even testing and tracing anymore here where I live. They literally said, these are their actual words, you should just assume that everybody around you has COVID. Holy shit, what? I'm not going to tell you it's not a big deal. It is a hardcore flu. 1 hour, I had the chills, and I was curled up in a ball. I was freezing. I felt like I was freezing. My wife was touching me. She's like, you're an ice cube. The next hour, I felt like I was on the surface of the sun. And then the next hour, I felt like I could run the Boston Marathon. It was wild. Absolutely wild. I don't even remember the Saturday or Sunday. Like, really, it's just like a blur for me. I woke up in like a puddle of sweat in my bed. It was disgusting. Like I'm talking about like you could wring it out, soaking sweat. Damn. Yep, Boxing Day here in Canada, UK as well. Got a TV today. Cool. Love it. What'd you get, Ben? Tell me. If you're vaccinated, you're not going to die. Mike, I'm not sure if I fully agree with that, But the vaccination, let's be really clear, people. Vaccination does not necessarily prevent you from getting COVID, but it will help mitigate those symptoms and whatnot. Okay, so like I told you guys before, if I was not vaccinated, I don't know if I'd be here right now. That's how hardcore this was. Okay. He says, I've had it. I've had long COVID for almost a year. There you go. And here's the thing, people. Like, I still have a stubborn cough. Like, I'll be sitting here, and then I'll move to the next room, and all of a sudden I'm just coughing like crazy. And I still have a little bit of congestion up here that's come back here and there. But again, I tested myself this morning, so did my wife and kids. We're all negative. Okay, we're going to continue testing until I fly out here. Okay. It completely wrecked me, and I don't have any health issues. Yeah, D's a healthy guy. Yeah, there you go. Lover Tech, not to try and sound selfish, but I am just tired of putting so my fear of this virus. I want to take the right care and live life properly and meet people. Dude, that is one of the main points I need to make to point out at the very start of this. My main objective for CES is not to see the tech and this and that and get free stuff or whatever. I want to hang out with people again. I want to laugh. I want to argue. I want to go for food. I want to share good times. I want to take selfies. I need to be around my creative friends and family. Many of the people I'm going to see at CES, I've never met in person. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody, and I can't wait. I'm so hyped. We're 7 days away. People, 1 week from now, I'll be on the plane. 1 week from now, I fly out. 1 week from today. So that is my main reason. The second reason is the tech. You know, and yes, am I being selfish? Maybe. But again, like I said, the precautions are in place. I've taken steps. My friends that I'm going with have taken steps. Now, obviously, I can't control everybody. There is an actual mask mandate for Nevada. You're supposed to be wearing masks in all indoor places, regardless of vaccination status. I know that is not enforced everywhere. So, again, I'm going to be careful about where I go and this and that. I'm not going to live in fear, but I'm going to use the tools and the science that I have afforded to me that's been shoved down my throat for the last 2 goddamn years. Have we been demonetized yet? Have we been demonetized yet? Oh, man. Let's take a look here. I bet you I have been. Because there's certain keywords that you say that just sets this thing off. No, not yet. Interesting. Anyway, going through the chat here. Yep, technically, everyone's going to get it eventually, no question. Absolutely, absolutely. CDC has 0 confirmed cases of recurring COVID. That may be with the CDC, but here in Alberta, here in Canada, we've seen cases of people that are both vaccinated and unvaccinated getting it twice, sometimes 3 times. Very rarely. We're talking like 2 or 3 people. Okay, very rarely. And who knows? That may be a testing thing that was wrong, false positives in the past. We don't know. Okay, this music's a little off. Let's go here. No. Let me see if I can find Homebound. Here we go. There we go. Start here. There we go. We got the synth wave going. Vaccination has no bearing on the next person. Exactly. So you can get vaccinated. You can be asymptomatic. You can still pass it on. It's very simple. If you're not humping legs, why are you going? You need to go and hump the legs. There you go. Yeah, there you go. And to be clear, I'm not a weirdo downplayer. I just see reality. I don't think anybody thought of that of you, Mike. We never thought you were weird before. I believe in vaccines. I believe in measures, but we can't act afraid. Your odds are insanely better than anything else. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I think you and I are on the same page for the most. I think you and I are on the same page, except for a couple little things here and there. It's just a matter of circumstances and specific measures. Like my COVID precautions and whatnot are going to be different from, maybe a little bit different from you, or maybe a little bit different from 6-year-old grandma who's going down or something like that, right? but we still need to have a chat, okay, Mike? It's not a big deal, dude. We just still need to have a chat here privately, okay? High Sense 58. Oh, dude, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. I'm going to give you one of these.
Yes, science.
That's nice, dude. Congratulations on the new TV. Why am I congratulating you on a TV? That's awesome. I think this is too political. It's simple. For most of us, aren't deadly. Yeah, and I really believe this. The constant fear is frustrating. I completely agree, Mike. Here's my frustration. First of all, I appreciate that the news media, for the most part, at least for the channels that I watch up here, I watch Global and I watch CTV. I don't watch CBC. I think you can say what you want about CNN in the United States and most of the channels like that. I think for the most part, the information is given properly. However, there really needs to be more of an emphasis on that. Okay, this is running rampant. So many people are getting sick. But this is how many people are not getting sick because they are vaccinated, because they're wearing masks, because they're testing. There needs to be more of an emphasis on that. So like, for example, like my mother's not getting all freaked out and everything like that, even though we're all vaccinated, we've all tested negative, we're wearing masks, things like that. And she still didn't want to come over, right? I'm 100% convinced that if they had really drilled into her from the TV, and my mom's really bad for this. I mean, she's older and everything. Anyway, if the TV had said to her, you need to be vaccinated, this and that, and as long as you're showing negative, as long as everybody else is showing negative, you can still show up and have a good Christmas. I mean, that's the whole point that why they've been handing out antigen tests here in Canada, because you want to test negative, and then you know that you can get together with people, right? What is the point of all those steps, right? And if you're still going to live in fear, right? So, I mean, it's really that simple. We're just following the science that you've been telling us for the last 2 years. I am not going to live my life in fear. I am not going to not travel because the TV keeps on screaming at me and telling me not to, because my government is highly recommending you don't. The steps are in place. The precautions are in place. The tools are available. I'm going to CES, okay? Whether it's a bare bone show or not. Yeah. One thing the first lockdown taught me is how much of a people person I really am. How much I miss events and stuff. Dude, totally. Same thing for me, man. Like, seriously, I need to be around people, especially creative friends and whatnot. Andrew Mark David, we have to live our lives. We can't just live in fear. Just use common sense and take the necessary precautions. Thank you, Mark. Excuse me. Thank you, Andrew Mark David. By the way, I love your content, dude. I love your delivery style. I know you're local in Vegas, man. I can't wait to get together, have a drink or whatever. We'll go for some food. Listen, for my local Vegas people, Korean barbecue. We got to do Korean barbecue, and we got to do sushi. Hopefully you guys like sushi. I love sushi. I not like sushi on rice, but like sashimi. That's just the street meat. Give me some sashimi. Oh, and some sake. We'll do some sake bombs. Woo! Oh, it's going to get messy. We are going to be responsible, though, gentlemen. We will put away our phones, and we will be gentlemen. We will not be taking selfies or anything that can incriminate and get people in trouble. Okay, this is the Flossie Carter way. Okay? Preston, sorry for the incoherent thought. I was limited by YouTube characters. You're all good, man. Preston, due to the media. Yeah, the media has been pretty bad. But let's think about this. We're also bad for this on YouTube as well. What gets more attention? If I did a headline called, okay, what would get you more attention? What would get more attention for a click? The Pixel 6 Pro is a buggy mess. Don't buy it. What? Or Pixel 6 Pro has bugs. It'll get fixed. What gets more attention? A thumbnail where you're like this? Or like this? The fact of the matter is that shock, things that trigger people emotionally, get the attention. It's the same way with the news and when it comes to information with COVID. Unfortunately. It really is. And I know that some news agencies will say, no, we're offering facts. But listen, you need to balance things properly. You really do. Yes, give me the information, how many people were infected, how many deaths, this and that. But also tell me how we can be protecting ourselves and why we're getting these tests and everything. Like, so, for example, Global does this whole thing about how people are lining up for antigen tests. But they never talked about like why we're getting these, and that if you take them and if you're negative and your friends are negative, like the people you want to get together, that you can still get together and enjoy the holidays. They never once mentioned that. But what they did emphasize and talk about over and over was the long lineups and how things are sold out, and they showed people that were upset and screaming because they couldn't get a test. That's bad. That's bad. That's not reporting the news. That's not being balanced, and I hate that. Absolutely hate that. Press says it here. Zach, I had COVID-19. At the very beginning, there was no therapeutic. There were no therapeutics. There were no vaccines. I lost friends and family. I've lost some friends as well, Preston. I think I've only mentioned it once or twice, but we're talking guys that like in their mid-30s, really healthy dudes. And this is before vaccines were available. Even when vaccines were available, they didn't go get it, and they were literally begging for a vaccine because they thought it was like a cure in the hospital. I don't talk too much about this, but you know, this guy was pretty level-headed, family of 6. He was actually a representative for a brand that I've talked about many times here. I'm not going to mention the brand, but he was very much. Sorry, I still get upset when I think about it. Anyway, he was, whenever we talked, he was very level-headed and everything, but he immediately went to, went the political route and this and that. Oh, it's all, this and that, and he kind of bought into all kind of stuff, and he was gasping for air up until the last minute. He had tubes down his throat. I had a quick phone call with him about 48 hours before he passed on. And he's like, Zach, they won't give me the vaccine. They won't give it to me. I'm like, dude, it's not a cure. You had to have taken this a month ago when it was available. You had the ability to go get this. Listen, people, I know I told you that I was not going to force or tell you how to think about all this, but I think everybody here is pretty much on the same page. If you have the ability, I need to pause this. Listen to me, please. Just please listen to me. Please listen to me. If you have the ability and you have the means to get vaccinated, please go do it. Please. Just vaccinations have been around for years. Don't tell me about doing your research. There are officials and people that do that research. There's guidelines and testing that has to be done in advance for these things to work. If you have the means and the ability to do it, please get vaccinated. Just do it for your fellow man and for the people that are around you. Okay? Stop being selfish. Sorry. Stop being selfish and just get this done, okay? Please, okay? There's literally no excuse. We have so much evidence. And we have so much science to back this all up. Please go get it done. Just don't wait on this. Don't think you won't get it. Just go get it done, okay? Needles suck, okay? I know they suck. Okay? Just go get it done. Please go get it done. Okay, I didn't think I'd you guys know I keep it with you guys I keep it 100% all the time. And if that makes me weak in some people's eyes or whatever, then fine. I don't care. I really don't. Just give me a second here. Here, look at this stuff. Just give me a minute here, people. Okay, let me compose myself. Okay, just give me a minute. Anyway, listen. I'm just gonna mention his first name. But if you have a drink with you, if you have some sort of beverage, to Alex, I miss you, brother. I know your family is doing good. Your family's had tremendous support since you've left us. I don't blame you for making the decisions you made, but I really hope other people can learn from that. So, to Alex, hopefully I see you in the next life. Okay. Cheers. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. Just you guys know I keep. Jesus. You guys know I wear my heart on my sleeve, and the people that know me here know that this is who I am in the flesh. This is not a show. You know, this is it here. Anyway, going through here. Going back to Preston, Zach, I had COVID, no therapeutics. I lost friends and family. It almost took me. I'm frustrated. 2 friends, people that don't vax, and the ignorance. Yeah, Preston, 100%, man. Thanks, Zach. Looking forward to it. Andrew, can't wait to meet you, man. Per the science antigen test, around 78. Yeah, that's right. I know I read 75, 78, so there you go. PCR 92, exactly. Yeah, that's why PCR is like the requirement. Which is interesting because, Mike, when I went to the website, yeah, I think you were there for that live stream. They told me that I could do an antigen test, but all over the news and everything, they keep on saying PCR. So I paid for the PCR. Yeah, it was $200 what I paid for it. Sorry, we were friend. Luckily, they have a pill for after the fact. Yeah, I heard about that. How there's a new pill and everything. That's very exciting. Again, that's tech. That is science. That I think if you have a pill kind of thing, more people will jump on board. That's awesome. $5 super chat coming in from Preston Morton, buddy.
Show me the money!
And I'm also going to give you here.
Yes, science.
Because we're talking about science, baby. Thank you, Preston, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. That's okay, Zach. Appreciate you, brother. Greg, I appreciate you, man. Gwendolyn coming in with the heart. Love you. Thank you. And Greg, I respect everything you have to say. All right, people. So I didn't mean to get all emotional there at the end. It's just, yeah, we have the means. Like literally, my question for people right now, like here's my question, and tweet at me about this. Send me an email. You can put it in the chat. For those of you that have not been vaccinated, what is your excuse? Why? If you give me some sort of bullshit about how I need to do my own research, or I just don't trust it, I think you really need to go back and figure out your sources. Okay? I think you really do. Now, I understand that there might be a medical reason. There might be a religious reason. But I want to know. What's your excuse? Why are you making this harder on everybody? You're being selfish. Smarten up here, people, okay? Please, just get it done. Stop being a dick. Sorry, that's the frustration side of me. 504, buddy. Never see this guy. 504. Coming in with the 504. 504, because I never see you, buddy. You get hashtag all the buttons. Are you ready? All the buttons. Here we go.
Show me the money!
Cucumber.
Hello there. All right.
Yes, science.
Woo! Oh my goodness! And then,
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
and that's it. And one more time.
Show me the money!
Thank you, 504. Hope you're doing good, man. Glad you're here. All right, vacation says here, lighter topic. Looking forward to seeing the new convention center. So am I, man. Hashtag all the buttons. Yeah, we save that for special shows. All right, people, listen. I want to talk to you about the schedule for my streaming and how things are moving forward, okay? I put out this tweet yesterday. It is now pinned to my Twitter. We're going to bring it up here. Give me a second. Because I am streaming a lot now. I'm streaming like 11 times a week. 11 times, like multiple times a day. Okay, so here's how streaming on Zach Talks Tech is going to work. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm doing a morning show over on Twitch. You go to twitch.tv/ZAKtalksTech or zach.link/Twitch, okay? I will put that link in the chat here. Mods can also do that as well, okay? You go ahead and follow me over there. If you want to give me your gifted sub or whatever like that, go ahead and do that. We're ramping things up there. We're going to get our mods on board. We don't have a lot of mods. We're going to figure out the emojis, all sorts of stuff. So that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10:40 a.m. Eastern. So that's 9:40 Central, 8:40 Mountain, 7:40 Pacific. That's the Good Morning Tech Show on Twitch. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then, in the evening, also on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will be live on YouTube and Twitter at 9:45 p.m. Eastern. So back here on YouTube and Twitter at 9:45 p.m. Eastern. That's 8:45 Central, 7:45 Mountain, 6:45 Pacific. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Today is Sunday. It is a random time. Could be morning, could be evening on YouTube. So between Monday and Thursday, that's 8 shows. Adding on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 11 shows. In addition to this, everybody, I am still putting out content every 2 to 3 days on Zach Talks Pixel. We're going big here, baby. I'm hoping to add on more cameras, things like that. Now, I also want to show you guys something here. Let me go here. Actually, let me stop sharing this. Give me 1 second here. I want to show you guys something here. I made up a Amazon wish list. It's something I've never publicly told people about, but I wanted to share with all you. Let me just go here, and I need to start an incognito window for this because I don't need any personal information to show. So listen, if you want to support Zach Talks Tech in addition, and you want to help with gear, things like that, I want to show you guys this. This is my Amazon wish list, okay? This is all gear that I want to get for the channel to help make content, okay? On here we have a couple production studios, the Rodecaster. We have the Mayano mixer as well. This one's kind of like a budget-friendly one. A couple adapters, an Elgato Cam Link. We got heavy-duty C stands on here. The Soundcore Anchor Liberty 3 Pros, which I would love to review these. Logitech USB-C adapters. Some different lighting options here. Again, this is all things to help the channel, things to review. I need an additional Keylight Air. The pricing you're seeing here right now is Canadian, by the way. The new Blackmagic A10 Mini Extreme, which will allow me to add on 4 additional cameras, a new video capture card, ZV-1 grip handle, static applier, and here's the big one, the Sony ZV-1, either black or white. The white one, it looks pretty badass. That would be a new camera and everything like that. So listen, if you would like to support Zach Talks Tech in addition, please have a look at this list. I will put the link for you guys in the live chat right now. You guys can go ahead and check that out. When you buy something from there, it ships it to my PO box, basically. Okay, and you guys can support the channel there. Shipments are anonymous, or you can tell the person who it is. You will definitely get credit. We'll be talking you up and everything like that if you decide to pick up any of these items and fire it off to me. Again, nothing in here is for like toys or anything like that for Zach or whatever. This is all stuff to enhance and progress the channel. Okay, I didn't just pick anything on here. I specifically picked this low fast here heavy duty C stand because I already have one of them. The Elgato Cam Link, but there's also the budget version of the Cam Link, which is down here, which is what I'm using right now. The Blackmagic A10 Mini, the ZV-1. Okay, so if you want to support in addition, you just add this to your cart on Amazon. The address will show up there. It'll show shipping to DJ Zach here in Canada, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and away we go. So if you want to, like I said, if you want to support that way, in addition with gear here, please check this out. It's a fairly short list right now. because there's not a lot of things I need. Most of the stuff on here is for creation, for streaming, for making content for both here and ZAKtalks Pixel, but also across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, things like that. Okay. So yeah, going through the list here. This mixer here from Mayono is pretty cool, actually. It's a budget one, but I've read some of the reviews on it, and it looks pretty good. This would replace my current interface that I have, so pretty cool. And of course, you guys know about the Rodecaster Cam Link. You guys know about the C stand. That's for lighting and whatnot. Liberty 3 Pros, and actually I specifically put this color, Liberty 3 Pros. This is the fog color, but the Liberty 3 Pros are also available in purple, frost white, or the black. I mean, I don't care what color people get me, but I really dig this fog color. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. What else do we have here? Govee lights and whatnot. That's additional RGB for here. A couple cassette players. This boombox, this traditional looking boombox here. Ghetto Blaster, very cool. Very, very cool. Right? You can actually put tapes in here, or USB sticks or anything like that. Pretty cool. I thought that'd be fun to kind of review. Elgato key light. You guys know I already have one key light here and I absolutely love it, but I do need a second. And they're pretty cheap. I mean, this is just a key light here, just as white. But I do need another one. I do need more light because it's pretty dark on this one side of my face here. The ATEM Mini Extreme. Now, my current ATEM does up to 4 channels. This one can do up to 8. That means, people, I can add 4 more cameras, and I really do want to add that many more cameras. I want to have all the cameras, let me tell you, people. So this will add some additional effects and things like that. Okay. Here's an affordable version of the video capture card. Okay. And again, all the pricing you guys are seeing here is Canadian. So if you're American, it's going to be really cheap. This is the grip here for the ZV-1, a static power supply. And of course, the ZV-1 in both black and white. I don't care which one. The white one seems to be always a few bucks cheaper. And it looks really nice. It would be really cool to get a ZV-1 before I go to Vegas, rather than using my cell phone. Although there's no problems with that. But we know how awesome the ZV-1 is for doing content creation and whatnot. So... But anyway, people, if you're looking to support in additional ways, link there is in the chat. Okay. Now, let's go back to the schedule here, and we'll go over this one more time because I know it's a lot to take in. Okay, so we're gonna simplify this. Okay, so in the morning, Monday through Thursday, find me over on Twitch, and it's Twitch only. Okay. In the evenings, nothing has changed for the evenings, people, okay? So if you're a channel member or whatever, nothing has changed for you at all. You're still getting your evening show, okay? And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is YouTube only, okay? So that's also for our channel members and whatnot. In addition to that, still going to be making content for ZAKtalks Pixel. Yeah, we're going big here, baby. We're going big time. We're going to be grinding away and having a good time with it, okay? Okay? Close that off. All right. Preston says, one day I'll take YouTube seriously, and perhaps one day I'll fulfill a dream of coming to CES. Preston, you let me know if you need any help, man. I will definitely help you out. Okay, I'll definitely help you out. That's one thing too. We're doing a lot more here on the channel, is a lot more creative interviews and helping out creators, talking about the the gear and whatnot. Ultimately, the gear is second. As long as you have a cell phone, you're good to go. You really are. Okay. All right, people. It's been over an hour. I think we had a good time. I think I've done enough preaching here. But I gave you guys nothing but facts. And I kept things very clear and level-headed. We did not enter any sort of, conspiracy territory or anything like that. Looks like YouTube has still monetized me, which is great. If you missed any part of this stream, I will be adding in chapters later on. Okay, so watch for the replay. You can watch the replay anytime, but I'll be adding the chapters in within a few hours here. I'm gonna go take a shower. I need a shower. I desperately need. I didn't take a shower yesterday. And then put on some nice comfy clothes and whatnot. And I don't know what we're gonna watch tonight. I want to watch something non-Christmassy. Trying to think of a good movie to watch tonight. What's a good movie to watch? Do you guys have any recommendations? Like what's on Netflix? Like what's a good movie to watch? I don't want to watch a show. I want to watch a movie. I'm open for anything. If you have a suggestion, let me know in the chat right now before we shut things down. Oh, man. Nothing? 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 I was going to go see The Matrix, but I don't want to be around people because right now in Canada, to see Matrix Resurrection, you have to go to a theater. It's not available like on Crave or HBO Max up here. But I keep on hearing bad things about it. Like the movie is purposely bad. That's one of the worst things I heard about it from someone that's a Matrix nut. They said after the 30-minute mark, it felt like it was purposely bad. Ouch. Hey, 504, you stop that, man. You stop that. We all know that Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Come on, man. Come on. We all know that. You know, I think we're going to keep this angle. I don't think I'm going to put the gooseneck back. I think I'm going to keep this angle. I don't mind it because it works out because now I can easily grab my iPad and away we go kind of thing. I think we're going to keep this angle right here. You guys can see right up the nose. Hey! Ew, it's gross. Ew, what's going on over here? Anyway. This is the content you came here for. Anyway, people, listen. Appreciate all you guys coming through today. Thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate all the comments and back and forth here with everybody in the chat. You guys were all very level-headed, and you know, we dealt with facts today. We dealt with science, not feelings. And I'm looking forward to seeing many of you at CES. Again, I respect and I understand if you're not going to go. That is your choice. That's fine. But for those of you that are going to be there, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Don't get offended if I ask you to see if your vaccination card, please. Because I just want to be able to hang out and be safe and everything like that, okay? So, anyway, people, I'll let you guys all go. You guys all have a great day. Catch me over on Twitter and Instagram at ZAKtalks TECH, ZAKtalks Pixel. New Pixel video is out today. Go watch that new Pixel video. In fact, here, I'll leave you guys a link here. You guys can go straight into this if you want to. This is a video on the D-brand leather. D-brand leather, which is just amazing. Just amazing. So if you're done here, head on over there and check out the newest video for ZAKtalks Pixel. Give me a view. Check it out. The video is only about 5 minutes long. It's fun. It's fun. Lots of good B-roll in there. Lots of really crispy B-roll. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning over on Twitch at 10:40 a.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys are following me over there. Okay? I'll also put out a tweet in advance as well, so you don't remember, so you can remember. You can follow for free on Twitch. If you subscribe, it does cost money, and we'll talk about how that works in bits and everything like that. It's a little bit different than YouTube. Subscriptions cost money. Following is free over on Twitch. Okay. Anyway, you guys all have a good night. I love you lots. I'll see you guys on Twitter. Take care. Cheers.